This is oneclimate.net, and we're speaking to Dr. Mahmood from Bangladesh, who's the Minister of Environment and Forests. Dr. Mahmood, can you tell us the progress that's been made in the area of finance?
Indeed, in the area of finance, by the COP President, me and Australian Minister, Mr. Green, has been given the task to facilitate the process. And what we have seen so far, there is substantial progress for fast start funding, but still there is huge gap for long-term finance. But as a whole, there is some progress on the text. So I don't know whether we will be able to come up with a complete solution on finance, but there are some progress.
That's wonderful. Is there any other progress in other areas that's important for you?
On other areas also there are progress, but still the progress is well behind from the expectation. But progress on any issue is related to other issue. So it has been made clear by the donor countries that they would provide fund, they would create the fund. Only there is progress on other issues, for example, MRV, mitigation, reduction by the fast developing countries, and etc. So one issue is related to another issue. So if there is, for example, there is complete solution on finance, but it's still that related to other solution.
And what's your what are your thoughts on the World Bank being a trustee for the fund?
Indeed, this is not me or not Bangladesh. There is collective decision by the LDC countries, and that is supported by almost all the developing countries, wide range of developing countries, that we should create a new financial mechanism. We should create a new trustee or new board having equal representation, or having representation from different regions. So nobody is preferring, actually, as I have got the sense and I have gone through the consultation. Most of the countries are not supporting the World Bank will become a trustee.
Do you think that's a controversial issue and will be resolved at this COP?
That is a controversial issue, of course, but we are now talking, actually, me and my colleague from Australia, we are working on how the trustee could be formed, how many members, what will be the percentage of the members from developed countries and developing countries. So as we are working on that, so this shows that nobody is preferring that World Bank would have the fiduciary risk management task in this respect.
And finally, what's the last 24 hours been for you? Has it been lots long hours, late nights? Can you just give us a little bit of an impression of what the last 24 hours has been like?
Last 24 or next 24?
Well, how about both?
The last 24 hours, we most of the countries and representatives and ministers from different countries had been working hard. And there are some little progress, I would say, not very much progress, but little progress. So that's why the next 24 hours is very crucial for us. Although we don't expect that we would come up with a complete solution in Cancun, but what we expected and what we want is still that we would form a platform on which we can stand, and finally we could come up with a complete solution, a legally binding solution in Durban.
Dr. Mahmood, thank you very much for speaking to us.